Hey there, my friend. It's Dr. A from Fit Father Project and Fit Mother Project. In today's video, we're going to cover 6 weird but insanely effective core exercises that I want you to do more of. We're going to cover all these, and I think you're going to find this is a really fun way to approach core training that's so much better than just trying to do crunches or boring stuff like that. Let's get into the first exercise. The first exercise on this list is a dumbbell or kettlebell march. And what you do is I want you to get 2 heavy dumbbells or kettlebells, rack it up to your chest, and you're gonna have good, strong posture. Now, one leg at a time, you're gonna lift your leg up and do a marching motion. And I think it's easier if your feet are kind of close together as you're doing this. And as you lift your legs up, you're gonna feel that core, keep that tension, hold that weight close to your body. What we're doing during the marching is creating some dynamic instability through that motion, and your core has to stabilize all that kind of weight. Insanely effective exercise. Aim for around 15 to 20 lifts on every single leg, and you're gonna really love this. The heavier you go, the more effective this will be. Let's get into the second exercise on this list. Our second weird but crazy effective core exercise is hover slides. What you're gonna need is to get something you can slide your feet on. So if you wanna be fancy, you can use something like this called a valve slide. It's basically like a slide thing with a really slippery kind of plastic on the bottom. Or you can just get some tube socks and slide around on the floor. What you're gonna do is get into a quadruped position, so hands on all fours, and you're gonna get your knees to hover off the ground. You do not let your knees touch the ground, but you're in this kind of all fours position, hovering your knees. Now, when you're in that position and you have your tube socks or your valve slides, you're basically gonna start to walk and crawl, both forwards and backwards. And you are gonna find that this is gonna tear up your core in a great way, because as you're pulling yourself forward, your core has to do a lot of that motion, and you're hovering, so you're actually working at stabilizing the pelvis. This is an amazing core exercise. And if you do try this one in your hallway with your kids, it'd be a fun way to do it. Let me know which direction's harder for you, forwards or backwards. For me personally, I find that the forwards direction is particularly a lot harder. So do this, and I'd say set a timer maybe for around 30 seconds to 1 minute. Do these hover slides. You're absolutely gonna love this. Fantastic exercise. Let's move on to number 3. Our third weird but crazy effective core exercise is the suitcase carry. So what you do is you get a dumbbell or a kettlebell, and I recommend something decently heavy, at least 30 pounds. So what's the TSA weight limit? 50 pounds, right? So get something around that range, and you're gonna carry it on one side and basically walk around. And you want to make sure you do both sides. So you can see me carrying on one side. I'm going to walk around for maybe around 20, 30 seconds here. Then I'll switch hands and work the other side. This is amazing for your obliques because it requires that lateral stability as you're moving and walking. Now there's an even more fun version. I call it the crazy suitcase carry, where you can take some kind of elastic band around the dumbbell or kettlebell like I have here, and now you're going to hold that band. So as you're walking, that kettlebell or dumbbell is bouncing around a little bit, and then you have to create even more stability through your core. So the key message here as we're going through these exercises, the core's job is to keep the spine stable. So if we can create dynamic instability, the core has to be activated, and that's what makes this exercise so good. So try to do around 30 seconds to 1 minute per side. Do the crazy kind if you can, and make sure you get a strong enough band so you don't snap that thing and drop out on your foot. Let's go to the 4th exercise on this list. Crazy but effective core exercise number 4 is the hollow body hold, specifically hanging on a chin-up bar, or as I like to call it, the banana. So basically imagine if you hop up on a chin-up bar and you get an underhand chin-up grip, and you don't have to be in a full chin-up position, just hang in a place that's comfortable for you. And then make yourself look like a banana. So you're gonna get this hollow position where you start to get your pelvis up and under you. That's gonna activate your core, activate your hip flexors, and hang out here in this banana position. The more banana that you get, the more your core has to work. And you can do a lot of fun things here. You can do a flutter kick with your legs. You can bring your legs up a little bit down. And you want to try to hold this as long as you can. And I think a good goal is around 30 seconds to be amazing. It's going to test your grip. It's going to integrate your arms and your core. This is an amazing exercise, and it's a good thing to throw on if you're doing any kind of back or pulling motion. This is a very natural kind of core exercise to throw in on that particular day. So do these hollow body holds. You can do them in any kind of grip, but I prefer the chin-up grip. Let's get on to the next core exercise on this list. Weird but crazy effective core exercise number 5 is the balance plank leg lift. And again, that's not a technical name. This is just what I call them. And fair warning, this is one exercise on this list where there is a high likelihood you could face plant. So, warning noted. What you want to do is get some kind of dumbbell or kettlebell. I prefer a nice big fat kettlebell because it's easier to balance on. Put that out in front of your body, both hands on that kettlebell, and get into a plank position. So when you're there, you're naturally in this kind of like unstable position. We're going to make it even more unstable by lifting up one of your back legs at a time. That's why this is called a balanced plank leg lift. And we're doing this kind of reverse leg lift, keeping the leg straight, activating that glute. And when you get this glute up and you're extending each leg back, your core has to be fired up to keep you stable through the front side. So amazing exercise. This is really good before as a warm-up because you're also working your chest, shoulders, and triceps as you're holding yourself up. You're also working your legs as a dynamic thing as you're getting those glutes up. So I'd say try to do around 10 to 20 reps each side. So kind of 1, 1, 2, 2, and you're absolutely going to love these. Now, there is an even crazier version if you want, where you can do it by being on an ab wheel roller as opposed to a kettlebell or dumbbell. Now, why this is even more dangerous, but also kind of effective, is because you're very unstable on that roller. It's an even smaller surface. So if you get more advanced, you can try that if you're not afraid of face planting, but I recommend you start with the first version. Let's get into the final core exercise on this list. Exercise number 6, I call it write your name. And what you're going to need is some kind of big exercise ball. You're going to put your elbows on that in a good plank position. And then basically what you're going to do is pretend that your arms and your elbows are a pen, and you're going to write your full name. First, middle, and last name. So if you have a long name like me, Anthony Michael Balduzzi, you got a lot of writing. You're going to go up, down, make all the letters all the way through. And this is going to rip up your core in a great way because it's creating dynamic instability. And you also have a really fun goal. You want to get through all the letters. Letters don't need to be great, but if you want to be really challenging with this, you want to make big exaggerated letters. The further that you move your elbows away from the midline of your body, the more challenged your core has to be to keep you stable throughout that process. So try to write your whole name. I think you're really going to love that exercise. It does require an exercise ball though, so that's why I wanted to keep this last on this list. So at this point, we've covered 6 weird but highly effective core exercises, and I hope you can see the theme throughout here. The core's job is to stabilize the spine, so we don't just have to do boring crunches or endless planks to stabilize the core and get it activated. We can create dynamic instability in these fun ways. And my challenge for you is this: take at least one on this list and do it today. I mean, you could do it right now after stopping to watch this video, and of course, hit the thumbs up button if you appreciate this first. And you could do this today and you're going to get such great effect. Now, how do you incorporate these crazy core workouts into your overall exercise routine? Well, a lot of these can be a great dynamic warm-up. So before you do any of your lifting, you can go ahead and do some of these. It's going to get that core active, a lot of these muscles active, or you can do it at the tail end of your workout. So just think, core work like this is also a great warm-up or a great cool down. So kind of tack it on to whatever workout routine you're doing. And if you do try any of these, please comment below and let me know which ones that you've tried and what your experience was like. And I recommend you try all of them. That would be absolutely amazing. So I hope you found this valuable, my friend. Again, this is Dr. Anthony from the Fit Father and Fit Mother Project. If you want direct help on a straight up workout program that's the best on the internet for busy moms and dads over 40, we have our Fit Father and Fit Mother programs linked in the description. We give you all of our workouts, all of our videos, all the stuff that you need to stay strong and healthy, and even our new app, which is coming right around the corner and may even be released by the time of this video. So check those links in the description. Do these core workouts. I'm super grateful you're here on our channel. Hit subscribe, hit thumbs up, and I'll see you around the channel, and I'll talk to you very soon.